Welcome to a short video on employee engagement data interpretation. Employee engagement is the extent to which individuals devote time, energy, and effort at work. It is an ongoing process that consists of input, discussion, and action, or getting, discussing, and acting on feedback. One way to get employees' feedback is via the U of M Employee Engagement Survey, which is based on the university's engagement model, consisting of 2 key metrics for employee engagement. Commitment and dedication, which is motivation and pride for the work and organization, and effective environment, or creating conditions that allow individuals to be effective in their jobs, such as removing barriers to productivity. Each engagement metric has 5 drivers that can be areas for action to improve employee engagement. All of the survey questions were carefully mapped to each driver and metric, making it easier to tell the story based on the input data. To lead effective discussions and select the areas for action that will help you achieve your strategic priorities, it's important to understand your employee engagement data. In this video, we will look at the survey data results through 3 lenses. First, the response rate and the overall employee engagement profile. Make note of how many of your employees provided feedback. This can be found in the portal under Respondents. Then, in looking at the engagement profile, we recommend beginning work on the frustrated quadrant, as this is a good place to start when thinking about how to take action. It is often easier to have an impact on work environment issues, and people in this quadrant are often highly motivated and dedicated, but there's something in the work environment that causes the frustration. Second, take a look at strengths and development opportunities. Do you see any themes or insights? Also, consider the absolute scores for the key metrics, drivers, and items. In other words, your top 10 favorable, top 10 unfavorable, and top 10 neutral survey items. Are there overlaps with strengths or opportunities? Are there any discrepancies? Think about your strategic priorities and the most important items to consider addressing in order to achieve them. And finally, a comparison of data with benchmarks and trend data when available. We will look into trend and benchmark data in more detail now. Few institutions of higher education are measuring employee engagement, and none of those doing so are comparable to the University of Minnesota system in size or complexity. Thus, the following benchmarks are against ourselves. The 2017 benchmarks are as follows. Total college unit. Your area scores compared to everyone who reports to the senior leader of your college unit. This benchmark will not appear for campuses other than the Twin Cities campus. Total campus, your area scores compared to everyone who reports to the same senior leader on your campus. Total university system, your area scores compared to everyone in the university system. Each of these are based on the percentage favorable for 2017, which is the percentage in the green bar. Seeing the changes of the same data collected over a period of 3 years, 2014, 2015, and 2017, will help you identify overall trends. We have 2 years of trend data where available. Trend 2014 shows the change in favorability from the 2014 survey, and Trend 2015 shows the change in favorability from the 2015 survey. The percent favorable difference shows how a particular metric, driver, or item compared to those from previous years. This will help you understand that when you see an item with a negative number, the results for that particular item are trending lower. A positive number indicates a higher trend, and a 0 indicates that the result is the same. A dash in the trend column indicates that trend information is not available. For example, let's take a look at survey item number 25. My department demonstrates a commitment to supporting my overall well-being. The percentage favorable this year is 58%. These results are higher than the results from 2014 by 21 points, which is indicated by the 21-point difference in the 2014 same unit results column. So in 2014, this number was 37%. 58 minus 21 equals 37. Similarly, the results for 2015 were 38%. 58 minus 20 equals 38. As we see, the trend is going up. By knowing the result for 2017 and the percent favorable difference, you can easily calculate the percentage for the previous years. When making meaning of these changes in terms of the trend data between this year, 2017, and the last survey year, 2015, we consider a low likelihood for meaningful change to be less than 5 percentage points above or below the 2015 data. There's a medium likelihood for meaningful change between 5 and 10 percentage points above or below the 2015 data. And a high likelihood for meaningful change is typically greater than 10 percentage points above or below the 2015 data. These are general guidelines only. The percentage of favorable difference is not as relevant for smaller groups with a smaller N size. When you have a small group of people in your unit and 1, 2, or 3 employees change their rating compared to the previous survey, this may give you a fairly large percent change difference. For example, 2 people didn't weigh in last year, but decided to respond this year, and their responses were negative. This may result in a significant decline of 20 or 30% from last year, but if you have an overall small group, that may be only a few people. That is also why it is so important to consider the other information you have about your organization to provide context. Overall, understanding your survey data such as strengths, opportunities, benchmarks, and trends, and considering your organizational context will help you better prepare for discussions with your faculty and staff and identify actions that will be the most impactful. Thanks for watching.